What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have an Akitio Node Thunderbolt 3 eGPU, which is an external graphics card enclosure. Sit back, relax, let's unbox this and take a look. Okay, so like I said before, this is the Akitio Node Thunderbolt 3. They call it an eGFX box. Essentially, it's an enclosure for your external graphics card. So what this does is, for the people who have laptops that don't have discrete graphics card inside, they can get one of these boxes, stick a regular desktop graphics card inside, and that will kind of amplify the graphics output of that laptop. So a $400 or $500 laptop that has Thunderbolt 3 might be able to play desktop games the same as desktop would. So there's some situations where this makes sense. There's others where it doesn't. But it all depends on each individual circumstance. So let's take a look inside here. We got some styrofoam. Let's see if we can pull this out. Well, there we go. The whole thing is sliding out. Now this one here, this is one of the cheaper solutions in terms of, I don't want to say quality, but in terms of price. Right now, the main competitor is the Razer Core. Let's take that off. All right. Let's pick it up, turn it. There we go. Like I said, the main competitor right now is the Razer Core. I think Power Color has a Devil Box 2, something like that, and MSI is supposed to come out with one as well. Let's see, this small box, we have some accessories. Power cable, there's our Thunderbolt cable, some cable management ties, stickers, manuals, things like that. So we're going to set that off to the side. Let's see what else is in the box, if I don't drop everything. And that's it, just some styrofoam and the enclosure. So let's take a look at the enclosure a little bit closer. Alright, so let's open this up and take a look at what is inside. Actually, without using that, yeah, it's just tape. So we're just going to untape. Well, nope, it is still sealed. Never mind. Let's try this side. There we go. Okay, so this side's open. So it does have a grab handle. Let's just grab it and kind of slide it out as best we can. There we go. I'll set to the side. Okay, so this is the Akitio Node Thunderbolt 3 eGFX enclosure. So up front, it's got a grill and, of course, a emblem and Thunderbolt 3. It's got a 120mm fan right here behind the front grill. On the side, it's got another grill, which is the, I guess you'd call it intake. Well, it's got a fan in the front. This is also just for airflow, but right past this grill is where your graphics card is going to sit and draw in that cold air. So let's go to the back. On the back, you got a little carry handle, which is actually kind of convenient if you want to just unplug and grab this thing and take it to a LAN party, something like that. You have your, of course, I'm missing one, but you have two slots here for your graphics card I/O. You got your Thunderbolt port and your power supply. I believe this is a 400 watt power supply, if I'm not mistaken. And on the side, that's your fan for the power supply, and then that brings us right back around to the front. So, like I said, the only other main competition between the Akitio Node right now is the Razer Core, and the difference is, of course, this one is $299 or $269 depending on where you get it from. If you get it right from Akitio, it's going to be $299. If you get it from something like B&H Photo or something like that, Safe Harbor, it's going to be $269. But the question is, why is this cheaper than something like the Razer Core? Because they both use Thunderbolt 3. They both use normal desktop graphics cards. Why is this so much cheaper? Well, the thing is, with the Razer Core, you're getting a little bit of a beefier power supply. On top of the graphics card, you're also getting multiple Thunderbolt ports. You're getting a Ethernet port, on top of that, and I believe some USB ports as well. So essentially with the Razer Core, you can use that as an actual a hub or a docking station, something like that. Whereas this, the only reason you're going to use this is simply for external graphics cards. With this one, you're still going to have to plug in your regular power brick to your laptop. If you want to use a wired connection, you still got to plug that into your laptop, things like that. But at the same time, this comes in at a lot cheaper price point than the Razer Core and any of the other solutions out there. Now, there are options to get something like Akitio has other Thunderbolt 3 enclosures that are not made for graphics cards, if all my stuff falls off the desk, but can be modded to fit graphics cards inside. This is the best solution right now for this price point if you want to hook up a graphics card to your laptop. Okay, so let's take a look at the inside and see what we have for the internals. It looks like we have a couple thumb screws here. I'm actually going to take my hat off because that's probably interfering with the camera. So there's one thumb screw, and here is another. And if I remember correctly, this, I think we just pull this, nope. There we go, it goes to the front. Alright, so essentially just separate these two. This is just a steel cage essentially. So we'll put that to the side, we'll turn this around, and that's what we have. So this is the PCB that houses the PCI Express X16 slot right there, and that's where you're going to set your graphics card. The power supply is back here behind that, and you got your 120mm fan up front right there. So with this comes two 6 plus 2 pin power connectors, so essentially two 8-pin power connectors if you need that much power. And it's pretty bare bones. So this is your PCI Express board, and this here is your Thunderbolt board. So it plugs in right here. It takes a PCI Express 3, yes, I believe this is a X16-3, and then converts that right into Thunderbolt, and then that just goes right out to your laptop and, you know, amplifies your graphics essentially. So this will take full-length graphics cards as of today. Now the only issue is, if I can get this in the right angle, is right here you have two slots, and you can see right past the second slot there's not a whole lot of room for extra components. So what I mean by that is, if you have a graphics card that is 2.5 or 3 slots wide, it is not going to work in the Akitio Node. It is specifically made just for regular dual slot graphics cards, and in my opinion, something like this, the best choice is going to be a blower style graphics card, simply because of the small form factor. If you have an open cooler, it's just going to cycle that warm air inside. So, but yeah, I mean, that's the inside. I wish they would have painted the entire inside black, but that's nothing that, you know, we can't fix. But so yeah, eventually we're going to take this GTX 1080, stick that inside, and see how that performs. So that's going to be another video. Stick around for that. But as far as this unboxing, if you like the video, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and get subscribed, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks, guys.